And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Musings. My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma. And I'm sharing with you some thoughts on what happens to the child of God when they die. You know, very clearly, there's a lot of confusion and there are a lot of different claims out there. Some believe that a restored physical earth is the goal of the Christian. Ultimately, at the parousia, new heavens, new earth has to be taken literally. In my recent debate with Joel McDermott, for instance, in July of 2012, Joel simply denied that heaven is the hope of the Christian. And this is not an unknown view at all. N.T. Wright, Scott McKnight, others believe that there will be a recreated, renewed physical creation. Well, the question of it is, obviously, what happens or what happened to heaven? Do you mean to tell me that heaven really is not a Christian's goal? It's absolutely staggering to me that some would argue that the Christian's expectation is not to live in heaven with God. Now, Hebrews chapter 6, 19 and 20 tells us, and by the way, Hebrews chapter 9, Christ entered into the most holy place there to prepare a place. All right? Notice also, Hebrews chapter 6, that says he entered into the veil as the forerunner. Now, some translate that as the pioneer, the one to prepare the way into. To prepare the way into what? Into heaven itself. As the forerunner, which means others would follow. So, very clearly, in the mind and the eye of Hebrews, heaven was most assuredly the eschatological goal and hope. Because if Christ went to heaven there to prepare it, and he entered as a forerunner to prepare it, are we supposed to believe Christians aren't going there? That he didn't prepare it for anyone? Now, there's another aspect here that must be carefully developed, that is being overlooked by, it seems to me, the majority of evangelical Christians. And that is the fact that God's eschatological goal was to reunite heaven and earth. This has incredible implications for our life in Christ now and our life in Christ after we die. We'll pick that up in a later segment. For now, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. By the way, speaking of that debate with Joel McDermott, don't forget, DVDs, MP3s are available of that debate, and boy, I recommend that you get a copy of this. The book, by the way, the book form is getting closer and closer to being ready for publication and availability. But in the meantime, get the DVDs and in the MP3s and listen very, very carefully. And you will see so much obfuscation and so many attempts to say that Preston misrepresented McDermott. No, I didn't. Not even slightly. I gave the quotes and the page numbers from his own books. And when entrapped by his own quotes, all of a sudden, well, that doesn't fully represent my view. That's not the totality of my view. It's really fascinating, ladies and gentlemen, especially in retrospect, when we can listen carefully and we can view carefully and go back over it, as it were, with a fine-tooth comb. It's really amazing the lengths to which futurists have to go in the dominionist world, as well as all the other futurist world. It's really amazing the lengths to which they have to go to justify and to maintain a futurist eschatology. You really want to get a copy of this debate. And don't forget, if you go to my websites, www.eschatology.org or BibleProphecy.com, and you order the debate, and you mention that you saw it on YouTube or Facebook, I'll refund your shipping. All right? Great deal. Order it today. You won't be sorry. You'll be amazed at the content that's in this debate. Again, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you on the flip side.